I'm not hitting the handle. The handle's just dancing on the string. I'm hitting the main spoon. Right. Knock that spoon out of whack. Knocked it right back in whack. High. To right. Couple more here. Knock the top of it. How you doing there, slingers? Finally back after a little bit of a time off. I do apologize for that. There's been definitely a lack of content on my end. Just had a lot of stuff going on. Between family things, personal stuff, and storms kind of keeping me from getting out in the backyard and playing. But today we're out in the backyard. I'm shooting a GZK Xiao fork that was sent to me by Ethan over at Tennessee Slangin'. This is the GZK cold steel or cold bend stainless steel frame. It has a microfiber wrap. It is meant to work with frameless. So if you have a frameless setup that you would wear around your wrist for shooting with no frame at all, GZK implements a little hook that your frameless goes through, and then the loops hold on to your actual band itself. And it's a quick on, quick off. So there it is off there. Right back on. So it's a quick change setup. I'll probably annotate the specs into it in the video, but I believe this is a 92 overall. You're probably going to be somewhere in the 80 mil range when you put pressure to the bands and pull back for reference. I've currently got this set up with 2.5 millimeter solid round, and this is my last set, and it's about to go. I don't know how well you guys are going to see it, but I got little tiny pinhole air pockets forming. These don't have much life left at all. They're about done. Shooting this thing, shooting it high style, it shoots extremely well. It's relatively accurate for having no square corners. It is relatively accurate. And it's just, in general, it's a very, very fun shooter. It feels great in the hand. It fits beautifully. The microfiber leather wrap on it, there's no hot spots. It's extremely comfortable. GZK does offer this in 4 versions. You got the Xiao-L, which is what I've got. This would be like an OTT. There's another Xiao. I'll probably put a link in the description. But there's another variation of this. I don't think it's called the L, but it's another Xiao fork. But the band attachment or tube attachment is vertical. So it would be more like a TTF instead of OTT. The Xiao L's, you have 2 versions of this. Then the regular Xiao, which has a pinky hole in the bottom, kind of like a Descender style frame. I'm probably going to shoot this some more. For, I think this is like a $29 frame. It's really, really not that bad from GZK. It's an extremely nice frame. I'm going to go grab another frameless setup. I might change the target over to a can just to have some fun pinging at a can. And we'll be right back. So, what's missing here? Oh, a frame. For my subscribers that aren't in the USA Slingshot Shooters group, I got good news for y'all. If y'all haven't seen it or you're not subscribed to these two particular gentlemen, Chuck and Steel and Mikey Paul's Catapults have come together to make their own company, Omega Slings. Omega Slings now has their own website. So outside of going to people who make production frames, you can now get production frames from Smos Slings and from Tim Henry. Also, you can get frames from Prime Fork Catapult through Omega Slings and their website, which I will have linked below. I will also have Jordan's Etsy linked in the description below for Jordan's frames that are other colors, but Jordan makes very specific colors for Omega Slings that can only be purchased from Omega Slings. So give Mikey Paul and Chuck and Steel a check out on YouTube, Mikey Paul's Catapults and Chuck and Steel. I can have their channels linked in the description if you are already not subscribed to them. At the same time, I will have Omega Sling's new website linked below as well, where you can pick up frames, you can pick up sniper sling material, including the new Sniper Sling .40. You can pick up pouches, you can pick up targets, and they also are now an American distributor for Wasp slingshots and accessories, including the Wasp spinner targets. Go check out Omega Slings, link in the description. Thank you guys. What happened there? I don't know. Let's get back to the Zio fork. So, as you saw, I had the 2.5 spaghetti noodle solid round on. It's wearing out, so I went inside. I've got my 1632 tubes. I've got a can up there. Looks like someone shot it already. I don't know. Here we go. High left. For you guys who really do enjoy shooting your tubes or enjoy shooting frameless, this particular frame would actually be very good in your collection. Amazon does sell something very similar, but the difference between this and the Amazon one is the Amazon one you have to use pseudo taper or you have to use loop tubes. This one I can get away with using a frameless, very similar to doing the snug method that Robert Rambles On puts on, shows off. That was high. So the snug method you're using snug method is using 4 drilled points, 2 on the tips and 2 by the base to wrap your frameless through. Whereas this guy is using basically a hook with tubing on it to protect the tubes going through the cold bend stainless steel frame. And the tubes that I'm using are the ones that are in my affiliate link, which will be in the description. These are 1632 greens. For me, they last forever. And these are just from some company on Amazon that I randomly picked, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I've actually been shooting this particular set off and on damn near all summer when I get a chance to come out and shoot. Let's put it through that same hole. Again, through that same hole. That can's got 2 giant holes in it already. Working on a 3rd giant hole. Just took a big chunk off that can. Ah, high and right. Right through that black hole on the left. good hit right at the bottom of the can. There's almost nowhere to hit that can right now that's going to make a quick, clean cut. There's a giant hole in the bottom, there's a giant hole on the right, and a giant hole on the left. Still, totally lots of fun to do. So, that is the Xio fork from GZK. A cold bend stainless steel frame made for shooting a frameless band set. So be it 1632s, 1742, 1845, 2mm, 2.5, or a 3mm solid round, all off of one frame. So I want to thank all of you subscribers who have actually hung around all summer waiting for me to put up new content. It means the world to me that all of you are still here and still waiting. It is greatly appreciated, and I'm greatly humbled by that. I believe last time I looked, my subscriber count has hit 350. For me, being less than a year old on the channel, that's incredible, guys. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Most of the summer, when I did have a chance to even do anything, it was an hour gap maybe in between storms to even try to do anything. And some of the stuff I've done, I would go fishing with my daughter or do other things. So I've been trying to keep busy as best I can. So I want to thank you all for sticking it out and being around and hanging around. For my tubes and everything else that I use, affiliate links are down below with Amazon. If you click the link, you don't necessarily have to shop for what I'm linking. You can click that link and shop for anything that you need on Amazon. Anything you need at all. New bed set, whatever. Fishing gear, lures, doesn't matter. Click on that link. Look at what I'm trying to show you as far as materials and items I use, and continue shopping on Amazon. That does help me out a lot as far as towards the channel. I have not personally gotten anything from Amazon out of it yet, but I can see that there's interest in what I've been trying to share, and that's thank you for at least showing the interest, and thank you, and I appreciate it. So until next time, shooters, this has been Chris with Backyard Slingshots. Keep it in the 10 ring.